Hello grade 10 children, welcome to one more English lesson. This is a lesson which focuses on unit 10 of your grade 10 textbook. This is the second lesson we are going to study for unit 10, and in this lesson we are going to practice grammar. Let's learn how to use the two modal verbs ought to and need meaningfully. Let's start the lesson. Children, ought to and need are both classified as modal verbs. Do you know what modal verbs are? Another term for modal verbs is auxiliary verbs. They are helping verbs like can, will, could, shall, must, would, might, and should. Modal verbs add meaning to the main verb in a sentence by expressing possibility, ability, permission, or obligation, etc. Here are some characteristics of modal verbs. They never change their form. That means you can't add s, ed, ing to a modal verb. They are always followed by an infinitive without to. That is, the base form of the verb is used there. For example, can go. Go is the base form of the verb. Here are some examples of modal verbs, the modality or the meaning they express, and example sentences. You can leisurely go through it. Okay children, now that we know about modal verbs, let's focus on the two modal verbs we are studying today. They are ought to and need. Ought to is a little bit different from other modal verbs as it is followed by to. So it is sometimes called a semi-modal. We use ought to when talking about things which are desired or ideal and to advise someone of his or her obligation. Look at these examples. We ought to eat lots of fruit and vegetables every day. Thing which is desired or ideal. You ought to revise your lessons. Advice. Okay, next we will see how need is used. Need also is a semi-modal verb because in some ways it is like a modal verb and in other ways it is like a main verb. We use need mostly in the negative form to indicate that there is no obligation or necessity to do something. For example, you needn't take off your shoes. Okay children, I hope you have a clear idea about the two models we have learned today. Now let's do an activity to practice what you have learned. This is an adaptation of activity 2 on page 103 of your textbook. This is the activity. You have to fill in the blanks with a suitable modal verb from the given two. You can pause the video and do it now. Okay, let's see how you have done it. Complete the sentences using ought to or need not. Look at the first one. It's a dialogue between two people. A says, I have a bad tooth. B, you blank see a dentist. So as you can see, it's an advice. So you have to fill the blank with ought to. You ought to see a dentist. Now the second one. They blank listen to their parents. That again is an advice. So you can fill the blank with ought to. They ought to listen to their parents. Third one. I blank explain this. You are old enough to understand. So as you can see, the sentence conveys that it is not necessary to explain. So you need to fill the blank with need not. I need not explain this. You are old enough to understand. Look at the fourth one. You blank advise me. I know how to solve this matter. So again you see, the sentence conveys an idea that it is not necessary to advise. So you can fill the blank again with need not. You need not advise me. I know how to solve this matter. Look at the last one. She blank start doing exercises or she would be in trouble. Can you see that it is expressing something ideal? Okay, so you can fill the blank with ought to. She ought to start doing exercises or she would be in trouble. Okay, I hope you got all the answers correct. Okay children, let's do another activity. This time also you have to do the same. You have to complete the sentences using ought to and need not. Pause the video and do it now. Let's check your answers now. Okay, look at the first one. They blank write anything down. Everything is in the textbook. So you can see that everything is there in the textbook. So there is no necessity or no need to write anything down. So the answer is need not. They need not write anything down. Look at the second one. You blank call your parents. They are already here. This again is like the first one. As the parents are already there, there is no need to call the parents. So you can fill the blank with need not. You need not call your parents. Now the third one. You blank devote more time for your studies. You can see very clearly that it is an advice given. So what is the answer? You have to fill the blank with ought to. You ought to devote more time for your studies. Fourth one. When the weather gets cold, we blank wear warm clothes. So this shows what is desired or ideal in cold weather. So how do you fill the blank? You need to fill the blank with ought to. So the complete sentence is, when the weather gets cold, we ought to wear warm clothes. Look at the last one. You blank answer. I know it. So again here, there is no necessity for you to answer. So the answer is need not. You need not answer. I know it. I hope you got all the answers correct. Children, that marks the end of today's lesson. In this lesson, we learned how to use the two modal verbs ought to and need meaningfully. I hope this lesson was useful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.